everybody, this is Tamara Bennett again with Southern Adoornments Decor. This is totally an unplanned Facebook Live video, but I wasn't planning on doing it because I felt unprepared. But I've had this skeleton head and hands and junk sitting around forever, and I've been wanting to make a wreath out of all of this. I got it all at the Dollar Tree. So the only thing I didn't buy at the Dollar Tree is the actual wreath. I got it at Walmart for like $4, I think. And I guess the trouble I'd been having was worrying about how I was going to attach all of this stuff to the wreath, because I was kind of worried that hot glue would, like, I don't know, it's kind of a bumpy wreath and it's a bumpy surface, and I was kind of afraid the hot glue wouldn't attach it right. So sorry, doing something on my computer. So anyways, I finally just decided to use pipe cleaners and, okay, there we go, sorry. And drill holes in the back and run the pipe cleaner through and string it through my wire. I mean, through my wreath, sorry. I see you guys coming on. I can actually see the comments tonight. Hi, Stacy. Stacy, you're going to love this project because I know you told me the last time I saw you that you love skeletons. So get excited. You're going to love this. Okay, I'm going to try to figure out how to share my video on my personal page real quick. That way people will be able to see it live, because I totally did not advertise this in advance. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Sharing it on my timeline, and if you guys don't mind sharing it as well, that way people will be able to see it live, because it's a lot more fun to watch live, right? You can comment and ask questions. I'm making a video. Go play. Kids are interrupting. Okay, so first thing I did was I got this grapevine wreath for like $4 at Walmart. I spray painted it all black, and I've got two hands, plastic hands from the Dollar Tree. They're $1 each. And a skeleton skull from the Dollar Tree. I already drilled two, I felt like I was doing surgery. I already drilled 2 holes in the back, and I just kind of curved the wire and ran it through there so that it's sticking out in 2 spots. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here too, because I've already put this wreath together once and then decided that you guys might like to see it as a video. But the first time I put it together, I decided it needed to be attached down here too. So I'm going to drill 2 more holes real quick, kind of behind his jaws, if you can see that, and just get you some pipe cleaners. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of give it just a slight curve so it makes it easier to feed it through. Thanks, Mom. She said thanks for the reminder, because she was texting me earlier and I told her that I was fixing to go on live. Okay, now I told y'all this would be real easy. Oh, I remember how I did it. The last time I used the skull, I bent the skull to make it go in. So this may not work just right. Let me think how to do this, because it's really hard to feed. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to do it kind of from the side. He'll just have extra holes in his head. It'll be all right. Kind of doing one on the side of each jaw, because that's how I did it on the hands. So now I've got one here and one here. Hi, Mitzi. You finally made it to a live video. Yay! I'm glad you're able to join me. This is a little later than I normally do videos, so, but like I said, it was totally unplanned. I was making this wreath and someone said, Brittany Epps said, well, I don't know why she's just not doing it as a Facebook Live video. So I figured you guys might like to see. This is the tricky part, is getting this pipe cleaner to go exactly straight through the hole. So if you'll bear with me for a second, I will feed it through here. Maybe I need to curve it a little bit more so it comes back toward me. It would help if the wire wasn't white. Maybe if I hold it up in the light, I can see it through the skull. Can't see what I'm doing. There's a sticker on the back of the skull, and that's getting in my way. Okay, there it is. Bear with me. About got it. This will be probably the hardest part of this whole project, is feeding the, maybe I should just make a bigger hole, you think? because nobody's going to see the hole anyways. Hang on just a second. This was kind of why I was afraid to make the video. I was like, I'm going to look like I don't know what I'm doing because I've never done. Okay, got it. Yes. Okay, so I've got the wire fed all the way through. Hello, Michelle. Floral wire might be a little easier. You're right, it might be. I didn't have any of that, though. I did have tons of pipe cleaners because with kids, we always have stuff like this around. Hi, Martha. Can't wait till the paint party tomorrow night. Me either. Hey, Lacey. Glad you're watching. Okay, so we've got our pipe cleaners to the back of the head and the back of the jaws. Now, my plan is, I saw a skeleton wreath somewhat similar to this on Pinterest. We're going to attach the head here, and then the hands will go above it and below it. So, we're going to take the first 2 pipe cleaners and just stick them through the grapevine wreath. If you can't see what I'm doing, just say, hey, I can't see. I'm trying to see if you guys can see. But see how it's going through there? And then I'm going to pull it tight. And then I'm going to flip it around. And it doesn't matter really that my pipe cleaners are white because you're not going to see them anyways. And then I'm just going to twist them in the back so it's secure. And then whenever it's done, I may like trim this excess off. But for right now, we'll just lay it flat. Okay. And then we're going to take the bottom part and do the same thing. Feed it through. This is really not hard. It's just kind of like, I've got the cheap pipe cleaners. And, you know, you wouldn't think there would be a difference in pipe cleaners, but apparently the ones from Walmart are considered the cheap ones. And they're, like, not as strong. The wire's not as strong. So, kind of makes it hard to bend the wire just like you want it sometimes. And you have to be careful and not twist too many times or the wire will snap off. Okay, so we got the head on. And I'm thinking it's going to go kind of like... Hang on, that's not how I wanted his head to sit. I don't want it to sit like this. I want it to kind of sit at a different angle. So let me see if I can feed the wire through a little different. Because I didn't have this part attached earlier. I had it detached and it was just kind of flopping like that. Well, that's how I want it to sit, but I don't want it to flop. So I'm just going to move where I had the wires positioned and see if that makes a difference. Let's see. That looks a little better, do you think? He's kind of like tilted toward the center. Okay, and I'm just going to turn it around here again and twist the wires in the back. I never did get a witch hat or a hat to go on his head, but I looked at Walmart and I didn't see the little pet hats somebody was telling me about. Okay, so we got the head attached. Let me read what you're saying. Halloween always was one of my favorite times of year. You're right, it was. I always get excited about Halloween, and especially the creepy stuff. I don't know why. Okay, so for the hands, I've already got the holes drilled. You guys don't have to sit through me putting pipe cleaner through. And I just stuck the pipe cleaner straight through and pulled it out on the other side. Hi, Joe. You're back again. I can't read what you said. You twist the wires. Yes, I do. Okay, so I'm going to put this hand down here, but I'm going to leave a little bit of space because I don't want it under his head. I'm holding it up too high. I want it like right down here. So I'm going to feed these wires through. It's kind of hard to do this so that you guys can see and still be able to see what I'm doing. Let me feed this one through. This grapevine wreath is so tangly it won't go straight through. There we go. You'll notice I bite my lip or my tongue whenever I'm concentrating. Okay, so now we get the hand through. His hands are a little bit bigger than his head. Okay, I'm twisting the wires on the back so they're attached. Got the hand down here. Okay, now I've got the other hand. I've already got it ready. I'm going to attach it up here and a little bit farther away from the head. Let me straighten out the wires. Maybe they'll go through the thing better. Yes, they do. Okay. This one's all crooked. It's crooked because I had already attached all this and then I took it all apart because I wanted to show you guys how to do it. Okay. So now I've got it all up in there. Like I said, I think I've spent about $10 total in supplies on this because I bought most of it at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so we got the hands at the top and the hands at the bottom. What do you think so far? Mitzi says the stands I gotta move this thing closer. I can't read nothing. The stands like what they used to use, put floral sprays on it. Funeral homes would be awesome to use. Oh, you're right. Yeah, because then you would be like, because I wanted to do all this standing up, but I couldn't get the tripod to cooperate standing up. Okay. And Michael thought this was so silly. It's an orange spray painted spider. He said he's never seen an orange spider before, but I thought it was really cute. And I wanted some color on this thing. So now I'm going to attach the spider, and I want him to kind of be over here. We're not done with this area yet, so hang in there. Oh, and I didn't want I wanted to do it over his legs, but I didn't want the white to show, so I spray painted part of the pipe cleaner black. And I just strung it over his legs. So I'm just going to feed this through here. Hang on, I got to go toward the outside a little bit because this is one leg and then we got to do the other leg. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing, but I'm having some difficulty because I was doing this earlier with the wreath turned upside down. Okay. So let me twist that leg through and twist the wire on the back.
I think somebody shot me and I shot somebody.
Okay, and then take these two and do the same thing on this side so he's not flopping around. And I'm just going to pull that one around toward the back. Okay, so now it's got a pop of color on it. It's not all going to be just black and white. It's got a fun little orange spider. And then I bought some purple cheapo flowers at the Dollar Tree. And I thought it could be kind of like a funeral type thing, you know. He's at the funeral home. And I bent them all forward so they're not facing up like they originally were. They've got wire in the thing. So I'm just going to shove that down in the grapevine wreath behind the spider. And then I fluffed them up facing out. Kind of like that. Only I don't want them covering the spider, so I'm going to reshape them a little bit. And that kind of gives it a little purple for Halloween. You guys like that? Let's see. Okay. So yeah, there we go. Got some flowers in there. And then, you guys have probably seen this. It's actually called Creepy Cloth at the Dollar Tree. That's just what it's called. It just looks like shredded, kind of like, almost like burlap or something. I don't know. But I couldn't figure out how to attach this either. But then I was like, well, why not just keep using the pipe cleaners? And I was kind of worried about them showing. But when I got to using them, like the cloth covers them so much, it doesn't really matter. All right, let me see if I can show you this. Here we go, Mitzi. I'll just use the chair. Let me see. I've got this stuff all over my legs. Okay, maybe you guys can see what I'm doing. I had some of it draped up here. It's getting hung all over this grapevine wreath. And some of it down here. And then I was just securing it with the pipe cleaner. So I'm just going to stick the pipe cleaner through some of it, kind of thread it through both pieces. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I'm just going to pull it so it's holding the cloth. And then I'm just going to secure it right above this hand right here. Let me straighten my pipe cleaners out so they'll go through the grapevine wreath. Okay, so it holds that cloth on there, and then I can just kind of position the cloth, and because the cloth has got so many holes in it, it grabs the hold of the grapevine wreath really well, so it's not going to just lay limp. I mean, it'll grab onto the grapevine wreath, and you can just kind of like position it however, and just keep tacking. Let me move this camera. Whoops. Told you guys this was totally unplanned, so it's kind of a mess. Okay. Now I'm going to feed some more through here and just keep attaching this however I see that it looks like it's going to fall off. So I'm going to feed it underneath here, underneath the chin of the skeleton. Let's see. Can't see what I'm doing. Okay. And then twist in the back. So it just kind of holds that on there. And you can't even see that floral, the pipe cleaners. Start to say floral wire. It's not floral wire. And I'm just twisting that in the back. And then I've got to secure it up here too. So let me feed some through. just going to thread it through these little holes because this fabric's got tons of little holes in it. And it doesn't really matter how you do it, you just stick it through. And pull, and thread, the fabric will act like it's coming apart, but it really doesn't matter because this fabric is so shredded and old looking and acting anyways. I'm not making any sense anymore. Alright, straighten out. And just stick it through here, if you can get it to go straight through this twisty grapevine wreath. Maybe I should just try going in a different hole. There we go. Let me turn it around so I can see. There we go. Now, just gonna twist it in the back to hold it. And now we got all of this, and I think I want to drape it over here too. So I'm gonna do one more. Oh, what happened to my pipe? Hang on, my pipe cleaners fell on the floor. Okay, do one more over here. So it'll drape across there. And just thread it through to the back. And you pull it tight and twist. This is a terrible tutorial, I'm sorry, you guys probably can't even see anything. Okay, so we got the fabric going across here, and I'm probably gonna just tuck it underneath the hands a little bit, because I kind of want it to look like it's a cloak going around his head. And you could even, if you wanted it to cover his head, you could even like hot glue it up there, but I don't necessarily know that I want to go for the Grim Reaper look. So I'm just gonna leave it tucked back there, but if you wanted to do that, you totally could. And then like all of this, see there's the stuff, but you can't even see it because it flops back over like that. So what do you think so far? Do you guys like it? What is it missing? Everything needs a bow, right? Michael would probably say no because that would make it kind of girly. So let's hang this right here while we make our bow. Okay, I already cut a bunch of fabric. And we're gonna use pipe clips. I'm not even on camera, I'm sorry. I've already got pipe cleaner ready. I've already got my wire ribbon ready. This was some wire ribbon that I got from somebody. It is, I don't know, like expensive ribbon, but I got it real cheap. It's like 4 inches wide and it's got wire on each end and it kind of feels velvety. It's like a damask print. And I cut it about, I don't know, that looks like about 20 inches or so. And I cut 3 strips of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take each strip, let's see if you guys can see it, and I'm gonna put my finger in the middle and pinch and then make a loop. Or you could fold it and just make a loop, however it feels comfortable to you. So you'll have a loop up here, and then you'll have the tails down here. And then I've got some deco mesh. It's the same length, about 20 inches. And I'm just gonna fold it in half with my other hand and kind of pinch it. And I'm gonna put that beside it. And I'm just gonna keep repeating the process. I've got 3 pieces of deco mesh and 3 pieces of fabric ribbon. Let me flip it this way. I'm just gonna keep layering them like this. See if I can read the comments. Thank you, Michelle. Looks great. Definitely a bow. Bows go on everything. Hey, Nikki. Okay, there we go. We got 4 pieces, but it needs more, so let's keep going. Got one more piece of this damask I'm gonna use. I'm gonna fold it over and pinch in the middle and kind of lay it right next, and we just keep going across. So we're kind of alternating them. And then if we want to reshape them whenever we're done, they've got wire in them, except for the deco mesh. It kind of just does what it wants to do. Okay, got all of those on there. Now, I've got them all in my hand, kind of like a bouquet. I'm going to take the pipe cleaner, kind of make a little bend in it, and wrap it around and replace my hand with the pipe cleaner. And then I'm going to pinch and twist. Only if you're using the cheap pipe cleaners, don't twist too hard because the wire will snap in half. Okay, and I'm probably gonna need another piece of pipe cleaner to attach this to the ribbon because this was so fat, it used up most of my pipe cleaner. So I'm gonna take another pipe cleaner. We'll shape the bow in a minute. And I'm gonna feed it underneath the previous pipe cleaner. That way I can just use this to attach the bow to the wreath. So I'm just feeding it under there and looping it up. So now I've got longer pieces to feed through the wreath. Okay, so before we shape it, because right now it looks like a hot mess, Okay, let's figure out where we're gonna put it. Okay, I'm thinking probably right in here. I want to leave a little bit of space so everything's not in the same area. So I'm probably just gonna put it close down here by the hand. Can you see that? Okay, so I'm gonna straighten out this pipe cleaner on the back that we fed through, and I'm just gonna do the same thing I've been doing and stick it through the grapevine wreath. The tricky part is finding a spot for it to fit through the wreath and pull it tight. Okay, for this I'm gonna have to flip it upside down. Pull it as tight as you can and then twist. Okay, now we can shape the bow. Let's see, it's got these tails. Hang on, I gotta look at it the right direction. Got the tails. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And fluff it out. Get all these loops nice and loopy. And just kind of move everything around until it looks nice. And then the tails can kind of stick whichever direction needs more filler space. Since they're wire, you can just rearrange them however you want. Okay. I think it'll probably still have to be fluffed a little bit after I put it on the door. But what do you guys think? Is it creepy, cool, classic Halloween decoration? Hi, Carolyn. Thanks for joining me. Okay, and to hang it on my door, I've just got a hook on my door, so I'm not going to attach anything to the back. I'm just going to loop part of this grapevine over the door and call it a day. So thanks for joining me last minute tonight, you guys, and please feel free to let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.